Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Mataji.
everybody. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So nice to see all of you after a 1 week of time. I think we met Wednesday, right? You all met last
Friday Mataji.
Friday. Did we meet? Did we meet Friday? No, I guess we didn't have session on Friday. And again, we are meeting after 1 week. It felt it was a very, very long week because we didn't have class. But it will be good if I can see all of your faces, girls. It'll be nice. I'll be very happy if I can see all of your faces. We will start off with Mangalacharan, discuss very, very interesting topics today. Okay? ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् नमयों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभयश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंद प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की only two girls are very very good girls here. It's Harshini Mataji and Nikhila Mataji. Rest all there's some more good girls coming up. Nice. Yeah, it's been such a long time we meeting. Okay, so since it's such a long time that we met personally, that I met all of you, what did you all learn, girls, from past classes? What classes we had? Wednesday class, which was taken by His Grace Krishna Prabhu on Govanda. All of you don't even remember what class you have heard of from Krishna Prabhu.
Narsimha Chaturdashi.
Yeah, the glories of Narsinghadev. Okay, and then His Grace Govardhan Prabhu took class on
Shikshashtakam.
Shikshashtakam and the
Chaitanya
glories of
Mahaprabhu
Chaitanya
story.
Mahaprabhu, right? The appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So today we will be seeing a lot. So before that, what do you remember from Mahaprabhu's pastime, and what do you remember from uh, anything from Nrsimhadev's pastime? One point if you can share, we will move ahead with today's topic. Very, very interesting. You all don't remember anything at a point from past classes? Should I remind you? Anybody is putting it in the chat? Complete silence, girls. Yeah, there's nothing in chat. Okay, Nikita Mataji, yes. Mahaprabhu Sastashtakam. So So we learned about Sishtashtakam. So Sishtashtakam, there are how many verses in Sishtashtakam?
8.
8 verses in Sishtashtakam. Beautiful. And Narsimhadev glories, what did you hear? One thing that you heard, Mataji, it touched my heart, Narsimhadev glories.
Mataji, I remember what prasadam we can offer.
Okay, what is that? What did Prabhu tell?
Daddojanam and
Curd
payasam.
rice and panakam.
Yeah, curd rice and panikam. And Prabhu also spoke about how glorious Narsimhadev appearance was, isn't it? Prabhu was mentioning how when Narsimhadev appeared, one of the whole head part was there in the above lokas and his leg was in the patala lokas and his body was there in this earth planet. How big Narsimhadev appeared, and then how Narsimhadev got pacified by Prahlad Maharaj, and why even Narsimhadev has to appear and why his appearance was very, very, if we see all other Leelas or all other avatars, we have like Ramachandra avatar, we have all other avatars that they've come, they've shown an exemplary life, but Narsimhadev comes all of the sudden, takes the appearance and it is a stand in there. We do Narsimharti for Narsimhadev. So if you see Narsimhadev is the protector of everything, isn't it? We also prayed on that day. How many of you attended the Mangalarti on Nashima Chaturdasi? It's been exactly 10 days that our Nashima Chaturdasi got over. Okay, most of you have attended. Thank you. So, okay. So now let us get into the current mood. 1 week behind, we were in Nashima Chaturdasi mood and glories of Narsingadev. What do we offer and how do we celebrate Nashima Chaturdasi? But from past 3 days in our temple, something special was happening. What was that, girls?
Boat
Home
festival.
festival, Mataji.
Boat festival, isn't it? It was so very special. And how many of you went to the temple for boat festival? Okay. How was it? How was the experience? This time I couldn't come. Krishna didn't call me.
It
So
was
how was
awesome,
the
Mataji.
experience?
It
Awesome.
was awesome, really awesome.
One thing that I remember was last year, the first day of boat festival was Rasika Fest 1 that we started. And then this boat festival which was happening, I was just sitting and turning on the live at house and I was taking the darshan of the lordships. So I was recalling all the memories of Rasika Fest 1 that we had and how when we came down all of the sudden the boat festival is happening. Everything is prepared for the boat festival and so it was like all of the sudden we had darshan of the lordships and then we all went back home. Yeah. So today we will be seeing why do even we celebrate the boat festival. Any of you know why we celebrate the boat festival?
No, Mataji.
No? Okay. So even before that, now in ISKCON everything is a festival, isn't it? We get Prashadam, it is a festival. Ekadashi, it is a festival. Dwadashi, it is a festival. Jagannath Rath Yatra is a festival. Like Prabhupada has created so many festivals for us. And to the end of today's session, we will even understand like how Krishna has performed so many leelas for us to celebrate festivals every day. Krishna has performed so many leelas, girls. If all of us remember, there is Julan Yatra. And the Lord has done the Leela of Julan Yatra in Vrindavan Dham, and we all celebrate it now. And Julan Yatra, we have Govardhan Puja. Krishna has done it, and we celebrate Govardhan Puja. And there's so many festivals that we keep celebrating that which has actually happened in the pastimes of the Lord. That is when the Lord took appearance in Vrindavan, when the Lord is like the appearance to the Lord to all the festivals that we celebrate are mostly they have happened in Vrindavan Dham with gopis. So Krishna is already unlimited. Didn't we learn in chapter 17 and 18, girls? Do we know where is Krishna's end and where is Krishna's start? There was one avatar shown to Arjuna. What was that avatar?
Vishwavirat.
Vishwaroop.
Vishwaroop.
Virat
So in that
Roopa.
Vishwaroop, what is Arjuna telling? Arjuna is telling Krishna, I am not even understanding where is your head starting and where is your head ending. Please come down to your two-handed form, isn't it? So the Lord is, Arjuna is asking the Lord to come back because he doesn't know where it's starting and where it is ending. So Krishna Leelas are also the same, girls. We cannot judge Krishna Leelas, or we cannot question Krishna Leelas, because every Leela that is done by Krishna is for some sake. And some Leelas are for our sake in Kali Yuga souls. Like how we will learn now, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also performed this Leela for our sake. Okay. So you all remember from chapter 4, one shloka from Bhagavad Gita which tells Janma Karma Chave Divyam. How many of you remember the shloka? What does this shloka tells? Krishna is telling right in this shloka, those who surrender to me, those who understand my transcendental nature, who understands my glories, who understands my appearance, and who understands when I get back to, Golaka Vrindavan, who understands this body is not my body, who understands it's not my body. What are we? Are we those bodies?
No, Mataji, we are spirit souls.
Our
The
soul.
Lord is telling Janma Karma Chave Divyam. So anybody who understands that we are not this body, this is not the transcendental place, there is some other transcendental place. And when we understand this appearance, then we will go back to the abode of the Lord. So now, when we understood, now we don't know where Krishna's start and where Krishna's end is. He is infinite. And his pastimes are also infinite. So this the boat festival, the Shali Vihar, it is also called as the Vihar Yatra of the Lord, who comes, sits in the boat and then takes Srimati Radharani and gopis on the round. So we will see that very beautiful pastime today, how beautifully this is given by Srila Jiva Goswami, which is actually coming from our Parampara book. It is from Srila Jiva Goswami, from Gopal Champu. This pastime is being explained so very beautifully. Okay, so let us now dive into this pastime. All of you hear it too very carefully, because next boat festival, how many of you will take class? You all tell me. Next boat festival, you all have to tell the pastime to your girls, isn't it? You have to be a teacher. You have to become teachers and tell the pastimes. All of you were desiring, when I saw in Gita Sandesh class, everybody were telling, Mataji, I will have to become one day a teacher, take classes. So many of you are great, great devotees who are having a desire of taking class and, giving this Krishna prema that you have received to everybody. So if you have to give this Krishna prema to everybody, we have to have a lot of love towards Krishna so that we can distribute it to everybody, isn't it? So this boat festival starts so beautifully, girls. Srimati Radharani and all the gopis. You in Vrindavan Dham, it is so beautiful that all the works are done together. Like now, if we see in our village, when I go to my village, when I see my Pedda Mummy, that is my big mother, she and all of her friends, like the neighbors, all of them go together to the work, and then they come back in the evening together. It's like they go together and come back together. That is how even then it was. Like Srimati Radharani had very, very I'm sorry. Yeah, Srimati Radharani had very, very intimate friends, that is very, very close friends to Srimati Radharani, the gopis. So the pastime starts like this, that Srimati Radharani and all the other gopis have, gone to a different place to, get this butter, ghee, and all the sweets, everything that is made. So now Srimati Radharani, all the gopis have made different types of sweets, the butter, the ghee, everything. So they're carrying so many pots on their head, like so many heavy pots, and they have to cross a river to go to Vrindavan now. So that river is called Manasa Sarovar. And now also in Vrindavan it is there, but now it has become very small. Now in Vrindavan it is near the Govardhan hill. It has become very small. It's become like a kund, but then it was a very big river. It is actually told it was an 8-mile long river. It was 8 kilometers long. So we have to cross that. So it was not easy for them to cross, and it has become in the evening. It's becoming late now. You see, it becomes late, there will be no boatsmen. No, they go back to their homes. So it's becoming late, and they have to cross the river. So they're waiting, they're searching who is there so that we can take a boat and then cross the river. And they're searching and searching and searching. Finally, a boatsman arrives. a boatman arrive, and then Srimati Radharani and gopis and everybody goes and asks the boatman, telling, can you drop us to Vrindavan? Can you drop us to the other side of the bank of the Manasa Sarovar? It's becoming late. We have to get back to our homes. Can you drop us? And then this person, the boatsman, tells, I can drop you, but there should be some exchange. I cannot drop you for free. I have to drop you, so I need something from you. So everybody tells, yeah, we have, very, very delicious sweets. We have, many different kinds of dairy products like ghee, the cheese, the butter, everything is there. And then that person agrees, telling the boatman agree, okay, since you have all this, we agree on an exchange basis, so I will take you to the other part of the bank of the river. So now everybody gets into the boat, and this boatsman is riding the boat. He's just, riding the boat, and he took all the gopis and Srimati Radharani in the boat to half the way, and he stops the boat now. He stops the boat and he tells, now everybody is so struck. Srimati Radharani is like, why have you stopped the boat now? And this boatsman tells that, I am very poor guy. I hardly eat my meals. I don't have anybody to feed meals to me. So you told me you will be giving me in exchange. So if you feed me a little, I will get more energy so that I can drive you back to the place. And now everybody agrees, all the gopis tells, okay, for us it's important to go to the banks of the river, because if we get late, all our mother-in-laws, our husbands will be very upset with us. So now their duty is just to give it to the boatsman. So now they give it to the boatsman. The boatsman eats it full of his stomach, and now again he starts riding the boat. Now again he starts riding the boat, and second time he stops the boat. Second time, as soon as he stops the boat, everybody are again stuck. What's wrong with you? You just had so much that we gave, and why did you stop the boat again? And now he threatens the gopis, telling, the boatsman tells, I cannot ride the boat. I am having very bad arm pains. I am feeling very lazy. I am feeling very tired. I cannot cross it now. I need to relax for some time. And then he starts relaxing on the boat. And all the gopis and Srimati Radharani tells, don't do this. If you do this, we will push you into the river. Now, the boatsmen agree, okay, I will ride the boat, but the boat is feeling very, very heavy for me. Both of my hands are, paining. I'm not able to ride the boat. So you have to reduce the weight of the boat for me. And then the boatsman asks, so since you have to reduce the weight, you can throw away all this food, that is all the, things that you have, so that we can cross the river. If not, it's very difficult for me to carry all of you. And as soon as they tell, okay, they agree with him and they throw everything away. And he tells, see, your jewelry is also very heavy. You people are wearing very, very heavy jewels. So that is also adding a lot of weight on the boat. You better remove them also, so that I can take you easily. So that funny conversation keeps on happening between the boatsmen and the gopis. When this funny conversation is happening, they're listening to the boatsmen and they're removing everything. All of the sudden, Hey Krishna, anybody wanted to tell anything? So all of the sudden, the weather changes. Normally, it was so nice weather that it had a nice cool breeze and everybody are enjoying the boat ride to cross. All of the sudden, the weather is changed. The whole place becomes so dark. It becomes so dark. It becomes so windy. The storm starts, and all the waves on the river, it becomes very high. This waves speed up, and when they speed up, the boat is actually trembling upside down. Now Srimati Radharani and all the gopis are so scared that they're hugging each other. They're like, what is happening? What should we do now? Like, they're all very scared, and they're asking the boatsmen to save. You have to save us. You see, the clouds are becoming dark. Try hard. We will help you so that we will reach the banks of the river. And then everybody are in so much panic. And now Srimati Radharani looked towards the boatsman, and she's able to find a flute on his waist. So anybody can guess who was that boatsman playing with all
Krishna.
the gopis?
Krishna.
Yeah, it was Krishna. And Srimati Radharani was so shocked, and she goes to him, and she's all of a sudden she's lost all of her scared. She was so scared that she was hugging her gopis, and all of a sudden when Krishna she sees that flute, the person is having a flute. She's now daringly going to that person, and she pulls out the flute from Krishna and asks, "You are Krishna, right? You were playing with us until now, Krishna. Okay, before we go back, and I will take care of you." But as soon as everybody understands it was Krishna who was in as the boatsman, everybody were so very revealed, relieved that they were not scared. They became very happy. Like until then, the weather is still the same. The weather didn't change. The weather still is stormy. It's still raining. It is still so, it has become so dark. But still, everybody lost their fear. They were so happy as soon as they saw Krishna. They became so fearless. And that's how this pastime is coming to the Leela of the Lord, that as soon as the gopis and Srimati Radharani have become fearless, the weather becomes so normal, and they start having a very beautiful night, that the whole yatra of the boat happens from here to the end of the Vrindavan, that everybody, the gopis, Srimati Radharani, everybody had such a wonderful time with Krishna. They were so ecstatic because they were traveling, the boat ride with Krishna. They were so ecstatic, they were so happy, and that is how this Leela happens. So now, every time we keep seeing the Leela and why the Leela happens, this beautiful Leela has happened. Krishna has created this Leela. Like he knows that gopis needs a boat, and he becomes a boatsman. He disguises himself as a boatsman, that nobody can identify Krishna. But finally, Srimati Radharani catches hold of Krishna by his flute on his waist. It's a beautiful pastime. We see like how the Lord performs this pastime to spend time with
His devotees.
Gopis.
yeah,
Gopis and
his gopis, that he wanted to spend time with gopis. Such a very beautiful pastime. But what are we learning from this pastime? Anybody who want to share anything that we have learned from this pastime?
No matter how big the problem is, if we have Krishna beside us, we'll feel happy and relieved.
Oh, can I know who is this?
Kiranmaya Mataji.
Beautifully understood the pastime. Very beautifully you have understood the pastime. You see, Krishna was so playful, isn't it? He was asking Srimati Radharani and all the gopis as a boatsman to remove all the jewelries, put all the, pots aside because it is becoming very heavy. But, Krishna is so playful and so compassionate around
His devotees.
Why? Because he has that deep connection with his devotees. When he has that deep connection with his devotees, Krishna is ready to disguise himself as anything. He became a boatman today, he can become anything else for us. He might be seeming very mischievous, but that mischievousness is by Krishna is done for the higher happiness of gopis, isn't it? The greater happiness. That night they were so happy, and today we are celebrating that boat festival of the Lordships. Okay. The second point, what do we learn?
Krishna Leela.
Shalila, one more thing that we learn is the joy of devotion. Isn't it, girls? Until they thought it was boatsmen, where they all panic struck, isn't it? They were all so scared. They were asking the boatsmen to save them from the storm and wind and all the rain. And as soon as they understood it was
Krishna.
Krishna, all their fear went away. And when Krishna asked the gopis to remove all the jewels and all, the pots put it that, were they attached to that? Did they argue with Krishna telling, no, no, Krishna, this is very important to us. No, boatsman. He was a boatsman, but they didn't argue with him, isn't it? No, no, this is very important for us. We have to survive. If we don't take this home back, everybody will scold us. They didn't argue that. But as soon as, the boatsman told that it's becoming heavy, if we have to cross, you have to put it down, they gave up on that. So when we give up on unnecessary attachments, and when we get attached to the lotus feet of the Lord and have that loving relationship with the Lord, what will it bring to us? It'll bring us the full joy and enjoyment. Like how the gopis and Srimati Radharani enjoyed the joy and love of the Lord by just throwing all the pots away. If they would have had the argument, they wouldn't have even known it was Krishna. And what is the third thing that we learn? The four things that we very importantly learned. The first thing was Krishna was playful and compassionate. He was playful, but he was also compassionate. When he has that deep connection with his devotees, Krishna can disguise himself as anything. Second thing that we learned was the joy of devotion. So when we give up on unnecessary attachments, when we get attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, then we attain the Krishna Prema. Third thing, anybody who wants to tell?
Trust him fully no matter what. However is the situation, trust him fully. You'll be out of the situation.
Yeah. So third thing is when Srimati Radharani and all the gopis needed a boatsman, what happened? Nobody were there.
Krishna came.
Krishna came. He
Krishna served
disguised
himself.
himself as a boatsman.
Boatsman.
So we don't know when will Krishna come in our lives, in which way. Krishna is always watching his devotees. But we don't know like how Krishna comes in which form. We cannot expect, okay, Krishna will become a fan for me, or Krishna will become that, or become an auto driver for me, or something to take me to temple. We don't know what form Krishna takes to protect us. He might be protecting us directly, indirectly, taking care of us directly and indirectly. Sometimes directly, sometimes through his devotees. So the revelation of the divine, that is the connection that we have with the divine, and when we want Krishna, he takes any form, the unexpected forms, and we will not be able to recognize it. Why? Because we are
Mere humans.
mere humans,
Limited
and
intelligence.
actually our eyes are covered with illusion. Maya, illusion, where even if Krishna himself is coming in front of us and standing, we'll ask, are you a superhero? Can we have a selfie? We will not be like, Krishna, it's you, and you have come here. We will be like, Krishna, can we have a selfie? You know, that generation we are living in, and that much illusion we are in. Even when the Supreme Personality comes, we are ready to ask for a photo to the Supreme than asking for a shelter. This is the third thing we learn. And the fourth thing, anybody wants to?
Mataji, I have one point. Like, we cannot recognize or we cannot see, but I think we can feel, right? Like, when someone helps, we usually say that he has come as a form of God to help me, right? So I think we can feel.
Yeah.
Correct?
So he comes in the form of his devotees. He sends his devotees sometimes, and sometimes he himself comes. So it is up to us. See, sometimes situation comes that we have a very bad struggle, and we are not able to come out of that struggle. But we stop realizing that why we have got into this struggle. It was because of our illusion, isn't it? Sometimes we get into the struggle because of our own mistakes. Our own mistakes, we get into the struggles, we get into the pain, and we blame the Lord. And the Lord is not at all looking towards me. The Lord is not at all bothered about me. But the Lord is actually, even before we step into that problem, the Lord tries to give us a hint. But we, since we are so mere that we cannot understand that we are stepping into something big, we get stepped into it. But still the Lord comes. Yes, if we think like that, yes, everything is done by the Lord, we can think like that. Sometimes we are in difficult situation and some other person comes to help us. We can, yes, tell, oh, Krishna has sent him for me. To protect me, Krishna has sent. So I'm a very special kid to Krishna. Very proud that I can feel that. And the fourth point that we learn is about the unity of the divine and the devotee. Isn't it? The divine, the Lord, and the devotee. What happened here? The connection that, the moments of distress was passed as soon as they realized it was the Lord. So as soon as they understood that it was the Lord, they all were ecstatic, very, very happy, and they were fearless. So on this, pastime, let us all do a prayer to the Lord telling, oh beloved Krishna, let's all pray for this. Oh beloved Krishna, who is the eternal boatman, who was the eternal boatman for Srimati Radharani and gopis, boatman of the hearts of the gopis. Before you, we bow down. We also pray for your playful presence in our lives. May we also become like gopis. We have to, whatever gopis endeavored to you, like the way they loved you, we have to even have that 1% fulfill that divine devotion onto your lotus feet. Let's all pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, you reveal yourselves to the people who are in the most difficult situations. I go through everyday struggles. We all go through everyday struggles. So we may recognize your hand in that, or we might not. But give me all the strength that I understand your supremacy. So this beautiful prayer was actually given by Srila Jiva Goswami, telling that may we embrace the love of you across the waters of this existence. We are living in this existence, right? This is an ocean of dukkalim. It's an ocean of, dukkha. So let's all pray for the Lord. Maybe even if we have remained in this water of ocean, but we still pray for you to be the boatsman of our life in this ocean. Isn't it? Should we all ask for it to Krishna?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Yes,
So we
Yes,
are actually in a very big boat of this material existence, a very big ocean. We have to just pray that Krishna, you become our boatsman, and the ride of our life becomes so easy that we'll get back to you. And how can we seek the boatsman as Krishna in our life? How can we seek?
Devotee
By
association.
Guru.
The Guru, Devotees Association, and
chanting the
chanting the holy names of the Lord. Yeah. When we sincerely chant the holy names of the Lord. And as I was telling this, like how Krishna reveals himself as, himself from a boatsman to Krishna, I'm just remembering a pastime of Mahaprabhu. So since all of you know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like every time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all of you know who's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, girls?
incarnation of Krishna in Kali Yuga.
Incarnation of Krishna in Kali Yuga. And why does he take incarnation?
To teach us how to love him.
Krishna's love, Krishna Prema.
Okay, that all these are external reasons, but there is an internal reason. Did you all know what was that internal reason?
To experience the bhakti and love of Radharani himself.
Hare Krishna
Yeah.
mantra.
Yeah, to experience the love of Srimati Radharani. How is she able to love me so much, and how is she so devoted to me? Mahaprabhu takes appearance. This is one of the internal reasons. There are many internal reasons and external reasons for Mahaprabhu's appearance. One of it is to experience Srimati Radharani's devotion onto Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to Krishna. So Krishna takes the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the mood of Srimati Radharani. He takes the form of Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the mood of Srimati Radharani. So it is told in the Navadvip Dham, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. The place is called Navadvip Dham, and today it is famous called as Maipur, where we keep going every year. And we have a very beautiful, the world's biggest temple coming up, world's biggest temple called Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Very, very big temple. So, in the upcoming classes, I'll try to share that pic with you. It is not yet open, but we are waiting for its opening ceremony. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's told when he was kid, sometimes, he has Nityananda Prabhu with him, and he has all of his Gopa boys in the form, as it is told, when the Lord is taking appearance, all of his intimate servants also come down to this earth. As we know how, Srimati Radharani came, Balarama comes, and how Narad Muni takes up the form, how Sadashiv or Mahavishnu take up the form. So everybody, all of the intimate servants of Krishna come down to, like how Govardhan hill comes down in the form of hill into this material world. Like every time when the Lord is taking appearance, the whole of his Sainya is coming down to perform the Leela with the Lord. So when the whole of the everybody are coming, so sometimes it is told when Krishna was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was young, it was so sweet that Mahaprabhu sometimes forget his Chaitanya and he will all of a sudden become Krishna. And he'll start performing the pastimes like how it happened in Krishna Leela. So it is told like how one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was under a tree. He was actually just sleeping, and all of a sudden, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started shouting on the calves, like how they make this sound, no, go 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 for the calves, like that. He's starting making sound, and he's experiencing the rasa of Krishna Leela. He's completely submerged with the calves, and like how Krishna used to get into the forest of Vrindavan. So sometimes it is told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to perform this kind of leelas in the Mahaprabhu's form. In the Mahaprabhu's form, the Lord used to perform Krishna Leelas. So for everybody used to think, this person is, he's gone mad. This little kid has gone mad. Why he's performing such things? And nobody would believe he's Krishna himself. And everybody, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother and father used to think, why is he performing? Sometimes when he's explaining the Leela or somebody's explaining the Leela of Ramachandra, and all of a sudden Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stands and tells, I am Lord Ramachandra, and Nityananda will be like, I am Lakshmana. So, this beautiful pastime exchange all the times it happens all the time. So everybody will always be stuck seeing all of them. Why do they behave as Krishna? Why are they behaving as Lord Ramachandra? But it is told every time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears to the the pastimes of his own, he takes up that part and he starts performing that part for all of the Kali Yuga Jivas. So that is how even this Leela of the boat festival also happens. Actually, it is told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his intimate associates like Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas, Advaitacharya, everybody are sitting in a boat and they started sailing in the boat, and climate became very very nice. It started becoming dark and it started having nice blossoms. It started raining. It was very beautiful. So as soon as the environment changed like that, they started performing this leela, like how Srimati Radharani, Gopis and Krishna were there. So now Krishna changed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changes himself as Srimati Radharani, and everybody else becomes of gopis. And now they're performing this Leela in Vrajmandal Dam, in Navdeep Dam, and they're crossing Ganga here. There they were crossing, in Vrindavan Leela, they were crossing the Manas Sarovar. This now it's called Sarovar, but then it was a river, a very big river. So this Manas Ganga river then. So now they were all crossing the Ganga river. They were crossing the Ganga river and they started performing this Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became of Srimati Radharani, and all his intimate associates became gopis, and one of them became boatsmen. And now they started performing this Leela, and everybody, they're performing this Leela to the mid of the boat. They're all indulged in singing the Kirtan. And sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes so ecstatic when he is performing this Krishna Leela in the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes he starts crying remembering all the Leelas. Sometimes he becomes so ecstatic that he dances and dances and does Kirtan. So everybody in the boat are very happily sailing and dancing, doing Kirtan. Advaita Acharya is there, Nityananda Mahaprabhu is there, like everybody have taken the form of gopis, and like how the pastime happened in Vrindavan Dham, they're all performing the same pastime here, and everybody, like the whole boat and the whole Ganges could hear only the kirtan of the Lord, and everybody were so submerged in doing the kirtan of the Lord. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's leelas are so beautiful that one day this happens, even this boat festival, once this happens, that when they are crossing the Ganga river, this happens. Another time it happens so beautifully that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taken sannyas and he is there in Jagannath Puri Dham. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there in Jagannath Puri Dham, there in Jagannath Puri Dham, there are deities of Radha Madan Mohan. So there is another Sarovar called Narendra Sarovar. So the Narendra Sarovar is actually a very big lake where it is an island in the between. So now very beautiful pastime of they take Radha Madan Mohan to, from the temple to the banks of the Narendra Sarovar, it is very long. So throughout that place, they do kirtan and all the devotees, take participation in it, and then they reach the Sarovar. As soon as they reach the Sarovar, now the boat festival starts. So as the boat, actually it is told Shri Radha Madan Mohan are placed in a swan boat. Swans which have wings, and they're like two swans, and they're placed in the swan boat. So when they have been placed in the swan boat, and now Shri Radha Madan Mohan's the vihar starts, that he goes on rounds and rounds and rounds, and finally he reaches the island, and then he takes rest there. So it's like Krishna is taking Srimati Radharani from the other place to Vrindavan. So that kind of pastime is happening in Jagannath Puri Dham. And now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates come. Anybody guess what do they do, girls? Mahaprabhu and all of his associates come. Anybody wants to guess what they do?
They act like
They fall into the river, the Sarovar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his intimate servants fall into the river. They swim. Wherever Radha Madan Mohan is going around, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates go around, swim, do ecstatic kirtan, and they finally reach to the island and do the Pratishta of Shri Radha Madan Mohan there, and the festival ends like that. So Mahaprabhu displays the symptoms of Mahabhav, like when he is in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form, but sometimes the Lord displays his symptoms as Mahabhav, where he's in highest ecstasy and he's experiencing the love of Srimati Radharani. And usually Mahaprabhu is very stiff. He wouldn't melt very easily like that. But as soon as when he's in this Mahabhav, he becomes so melted that because he's in the mood of Srimati Radharani, a mother always melts off, isn't it? So like a wax, how it melts, like Krishna also in the form of Mahaprabhu, when he's experiencing all these leelas of Vrindavan in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu is completely melting off. And with his devotees, he falls unconscious because of that Mahabhav, because of that happiness, and because of that, ecstasy that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going. So in this Kali Yuga, what is the boat that we can cross, girls?
Chanting Hare Krishna
chanting
Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If we have Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is very, very easy for us to cross this boat. If not,
It's very difficult to cross.
We will
it's
suffer
very
in this
difficult.
material ocean.
We will suffer in this material ocean. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells in this Kali Yuga Dharma, Harinama Sankirtana. Kali Yuga Dharma hoy, Harinama Sankirtana. Smriti Yala, whoever does this Harinama Sankirtana, the boat of holy name, can take you away from this ocean of birth and death. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shali Vihar ki jai. So, it's very easy. The Lord is performing his leelas in Vrindavan Dham for all of us. He performed the leelas. But today, in Kali Yuga, Srila Prabhupada is blessed us in such a way that we always enjoy Krishna consciousness with festivals. Krishna consciousness is never boring. It is with so many festivals, with serving him full-heartedly, we enjoy Krishna consciousness. So every leela that the Lord do is in the Vrindavan Dham, and today we are able to celebrate it. If not, it was very difficult to do Krishna consciousness. Today we celebrate boat festival, so we are engaged in the service of doing the boat festival, like doing the boat, arranging water, doing that in this, and we are so always in the consciousness of the Lord, always stuck onto the lotus feet of the Lord. If not, it's very difficult. So in this Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Kali Yuga Dharma hoy Harinama Sankirtana. So whoever does Harinama Sankirtana in this Kali Yuga, it's very easy to sail off the boat of this material ocean of birth and death. Okay, so we will now get into the 10 offenses. So whoever has attended the class, the Mangalarti on Nashima Chaturdasi, will know what are these 10 offenses. Because this 10 offenses, as it is told, you all remember we read Shishtashtakam when Prabhu explained about Shishtashtakam, the 8 instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given in this Kali Yuga. So these are the 10 offenses that we are not supposed to commit when we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And now you might ask, Mataji, okay, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra itself is something, very, very difficult for us in this Kali Yuga right now. And there are some regulations for it also. Yes, there are regulations, girls, but it'll not come in one day. It'll not come in 2 days. Neither it'll come in 1 year. It'll only come in the practice. As we practice in our Krishna consciousness, we will be able to reach a stage where we will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses. Because Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so merciful. We chant, we get delivered. But when we chant without offenses, we reach the highest platform of devotion. So if we have to reach that, it is not easy. That is why all of us are in Kali Yuga. Remember why all of us are in Kali Yuga? Because all of us do mistakes. If not, we all would have been in Goloka Vrindavan with Krishna. We are in Kali Yuga because we do mistakes. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and thinking that we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, everything will protect me. Okay, I'm chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I will do this mistake, so everything will protect me. So, what are those offenses that we are not supposed to do when we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? We will just learn them and I will explain you briefly about it. So, I want one of you to read it, girls. Anybody who can read that? I'll just share the screen. Give me a second. I'm not able to give. I'll share the screen. I'll just teach you how to read it and one of you can read it. You're able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
10 offenses to the holy name. So you have to read it like this, girls. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. So who wants to read it like that? Yeah, Kiranmai Machi, you can read it.
First,
Okay, yeah, please continue.
First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigod like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures of pursuance of to the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth, to give the interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on strength of the holy name. Eighth, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Ninth, to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain the material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema.
So these are the 10 beautiful instructions. We can also call it as instructions that we are not supposed to do when we are chanting the holy name of the Lord. So first thing, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives to propagating the holy name of the Lord. What does that mean? A Vaishnava who are very dear to the Lord. Blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life. That means who are very dear to the Lord. A Vaishnava who are very dear to the Lord. Criticizing or offending them will destroy one's Krishna Bhakti. Like now in this world, it has become very easy to blame devotees, isn't it? Like people mock against devotees, telling who preaches Krishna consciousness. They are very, fanatic. They're like that. They brainwash people. They tell that, they tell this. Nobody is telling here anything. Krishna himself is told in Bhagavad Gita and we are following that. But when we try to blaspheme devotees telling, no, what they are doing is wrong. We are right. What she told is wrong. We cannot do that. Scriptures are given. Nothing is given by me or nothing is given by you. The Lord himself is spoken. And that is what we are following in our life. So criticizing Vaishnavas, let it be about scriptures or let it be about personal. So you will come to temple and you will see a Vaishnava doing something wrong. So in spite of criticizing or judging that person, why is that person doing like this? He's not supposed to do like this. I wouldn't do this. No, that means that we are judging a devotee. You're not supposed to judge a devotee because every devotee does something because there is some reason. Or really, if that devotee is doing a mistake, Krishna will take care. Krishna will correct. Krishna will send somebody to correct that person. But we are not the persons to correct him. So blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the Lord, who have chanting the names of the Lord. Second thing, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. So we have already seen this in many chapters from Gita Sandesh also, that Krishna is the
Supreme
Supreme
Personality.
Personality of Godhead. Yes. Lord Shiva and Brahma are very
Demigod.
demigods and they are very great devotees of the Lord. Lord Shiva is the greatest among the devotees.
Vaishnava.
Yeah, Brahma has all the power from Krishna who can actually create this material world. So they are very great devotees of the Lord. So we are not supposed to compare telling Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma are equal to Krishna because they are different. When we consider they are not different from Krishna, it is also considered to be one of the offense. Third thing, to disobey the orders of spiritual master. So for example, now we have who is spiritual master we learned? Who is called to be a spiritual master?
Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.
Spiritual master is Srila Prabhupada. But for spiritual master means who is a bona fide guru,
Bona fide spiritual
who is a
master.
bona fide spiritual master is who is coming from the right parampara.
Sampradaya.
So with sampradaya, Krishna talks only about 4 sampradayas, isn't it? And we belong to, how many of you remember which sampradaya we belong to?
Gaudiya.
Brahma
Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Beautiful. So when the representative of Krishna is coming from these 4 sampradayas, he is considered to be a bona fide spiritual master. So disobeying the spiritual master, showing pride, telling what you wrote is wrong. We are advanced. Doing such things is disobeying. For example, a spiritual master will tell you have to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. And I tell, I'll only chant 4 rounds because I have only time for 4 rounds, not more than that. And I have written my own scripture. Doing 4 rounds, we will go back to Krishna. That means we are disobeying. We can go and kneel in front of our spiritual master and beg that this is my situation, please guide me. But we cannot go order to our spiritual master telling, no, I can only chant 4 rounds. You're telling 16 rounds, but I can only chant 4 rounds. So disobeying the orders of spiritual master is the third offense. Fourth is to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. So it's telling scriptures means Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, all these scriptures which are spoken directly by the Lord are leelas performed directly by the Lord. So rejecting those books, those scriptures and calling them to be
False.
scriptures false, yes. And when we tell that these things are outdated, this generation is very like, they tell, where is the proof? You're telling this book is spoken by Krishna, where is the proof? Isn't it? And people, when they believe Gita and all the scriptures as mythology, what is the difference between mythology, myth?
It may or it may not be.
Myth means it may or
Myth
may
is
not be. So Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Ramayana is not mythology. What is it?
our history.
They are not
Itihasa.
They are itihasa. It is Purana. So it is not mythology. So when we consider their mythologies, that means we are blaspheming the scriptures which are given by the Lord Himself. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. So when we think we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, I'm chanting, but I'm not getting purified. Or I will not get liberated. I'm just chanting. It is not that we will get liberated or I'll be purified. When we deny Krishna's potency, it is told in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the name and the form of the Lord are non-different. The name and the form of the Lord. So, but when we consider that we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but this will not purify me or this will not take me back to the Lord is also one of the offense. Telling that, I'm chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but it cannot destroy all the sins. Who is telling that it will not destroy all the sins? I will only get energy when I chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No, it destroys all of our sins. It purifies us. It removes all the offenses in us. It will take back us to Krishna. So when we consider chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination, that is also one of the offense. Sixth, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. So when we understand the name and the form of the Lord is non-different, but there are some people tell, how can the name and form be the same? And how can it be philosophically twisted? How can it be metaphorically right? It is not right. So when we interrupt telling that, no, holy name of the Lord is not himself, Krishna, it is not himself. When we give such interpretations, it is also one of the offense. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Now, we may think, every day I'm chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 16 rounds. So I'm very powerful. I'm having all the mercy of the Lord. I'm pure. Because now I'm getting purified. I'm chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, let me commit this mistake. What is there? I'll go home and chant another 2 rounds extra. It will be removed. So when we think like that, I will do some mistake today, some very big mistake today, which is not recommended by scriptures, and think, okay, tomorrow I'll chant 2 rounds extra so that I'm purified. No. So to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name is also one of the offense. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities, karma kanda. So what is chanting? Chanting is transcendental, isn't it? It is not material, it is transcendental. So when we just understand this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, if I chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, maybe I'll get 1 crore, or I'll get 2 crores, or I'll become some great, very great Ambanis. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is transcendental. So when we understand this Hare Krishna Mahamantra as auspicious ritualistic activity, telling that it is my karma kanda. If I chant something, I'll get something more. I will get this, I'll get that. When we chant in that format, then we are treating Krishna as businessman, isn't it? Giver and taker. we do a very big business with Krishna. So it is also considered to be one of the offense. And the ninth offense is to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Now, this is a very big thing. Most of you question me, Mantaji, in my college, people eat non-veg. How can I be far away from them? And when I tell to another religion people that Krishna is the supreme personality, they don't accept much. What should I do? So that's what the Lord is telling here, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Now, what we do, because we have learned something, we have to tell somebody, we have to change somebody. We will have that anxiety in us and we will go to somebody and tell, no, no, what you're doing is wrong. This is the way you should do. You are not supposed to do this. And Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. When that person whom you're telling doesn't have faith on the Lord, who is faithless person, so Lord is telling, to whom you instruct, that is also very, very important. You cannot just go instruct to a faithless person, but you can give Krishna prema to people who are really in need of it, who can understand it. But that doesn't mean really give interpretation, who starts argument, who is faithless. To give instruction to such people on the holy name is also one of the offense. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10th, to not have complete faith on the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It's also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. So chanting without full faith, or still we wait, okay, I'm chanting, I will get, maybe I'll become like this, I will get this, I might get this, I might not get this. So, still having the sense gratification. So we cannot surrender to the Lord. We cannot have complete faith on the Lord. So chanting while, it's very beautiful. We have chanting bag and we have our finger outside, isn't it? And we have phone our left hand. I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Scrolling up for the messages, scrolling up the Instagram, scrolling up the YouTube, also is one of the offense, because when we are chanting, we understand that name and form of the Lord is non-different. Hare Krishna Mahamantra and the form of the Lord is non-different. So when we understand the glories of the holy name and still, okay, I am chanting for my karmic reactions, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, okay, let my karma get purified, cleared, but still I will watch Instagram, watch TV and chant. Chanting inattentively also is one of the offense of, it's also one of the offense. So we should be very careful. So every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like deities, who can fulfill all the desires with full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpataruvayasya kripa sindhubhye evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. So these are the 10 offenses that we are not supposed to commit on the strength of the holy name. Just because we are chanting, we are not supposed to commit all these 10 offenses. And what are the principles that we have to follow during we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So it might not be easy, okay, Mataji, not to blaspheme devotees. I think that can be controlled, isn't it? To blaspheme devotees while who are pure devotees of the Lord, that can be controlled. To blaspheme scriptures, that can be controlled, isn't it? To consider the Lord as supreme personality of Godhead, when you understand the scriptures properly, you yourself will understand that. Chanting inattentively, that might be a little bit difficult, isn't it? So all these 10 offenses, there are some things in our hand that it can right away be controlled, and some needs a long-term practice. So don't worry, Mataji, today I learned 10 offenses and tomorrow I'll start implementing. Yes, you have to start implementing it, but sometimes when you are not able to do it, question yourself, why did it happen? What are the steps that I have to take so that I will not repeat it? That is how we can get into a right practice of it. Okay. So thank you so much, girls, for allowing me to give this session. I'm so sorry I've taken extra 6 minutes, and now any questions you can ask me so that I can reply here. Any questions, any feedback, anything.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hi Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, whenever I visit temple, I do see devotees, chanting. I mean, they have the mala in the hand, and they'll be chanting. But can we consider that as a attentive chanting? Because I do see they might be doing some other work, or they might be walking, or I'm not saying, but I just
Yeah.
saw. This is my observance that I have
Yeah,
seen.
it happens. See, sometimes I also come to temple and I also catch chanting bag. I also keep chanting and I have group of girls around me. I still have chanting in my bag in my hands and I still talk to all the girls. So see, in some cases it will be like this, Matji, that some devotees would have completed their 16 rounds early in the morning, attentively, completely, 16 rounds sitting. And the rest extra rounds, like some devotees does this. Like I also had a practice like this. That when I complete of 16 rounds in the morning, I do it very attentively. But like when I'm doing the extra rounds, why do we do that extra rounds when we have completed and when we're on temple premises? It's that we do it attentively or inattentively. In the temple premises, we are remembering Krishna. And mainly when we are doing it in temple premises, like there's so many devotees chanting Hare Krishna, so sometimes we can take it like this: they have completed their attentive 16 rounds and they're doing extra rounds. So when they're doing main attentive 16 rounds, they're doing it very attentively with the promised number of rounds. The rest extra rounds are done for much more purification, for always remembering the Lord. So sometimes it happens like this, and sometimes, yes, people keep chanting, they'll be walking around. So we cannot guess, like, are they doing really inattentive chanting? Because some have a habit of walking and chanting, walk and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And as I told, attentive chanting is not easy for somebody to gain it very easily. Because when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 2 hours continuously, do you think our brain doesn't go anywhere else for that 2 hours?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, so as I was
That
telling,
one round also has that, that our mind goes around, think about what all things we have to do, or things which did not happen.
so
No,
even that comes with practice.
yeah.
So maybe some devotees are practicing, some devotees will be experienced, so that they walk in even in presence of hundreds and thousands of devotees, they can still attentively chant. So all of us are in the process of practicing. None of us are professors, or none of us have reached the stage where we can, you know, claim telling that, yeah, I'm doing attentive chanting even in presence of 1,000 devotees. It comes through practice, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Kirtanamaji, when Krishna is around us, then fear inside us gets vanished and feels secure and safe. Yes, Kirtanamaji. Why worry when we have Hari? Very beautiful quote. Leave all your unnecessary attachment just with me, yeah. Okay. Why are we praying in Sanskrit and why not any language that we know? Cause anyway it's the same meaning and Krishna understands any language. Did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that he is incarnation of Krishna anytime? Where is Mayapur? Okay. So let me answer. Why Sanskrit? Because it is told to be. Anybody wants to answer? It is told to be the Devata language. It is told to be the Devata language. And yeah, Krishna will understand anything. And our prayers are in particular in one language is Sanskrit, because it is Devata. It is the prayers that we do that is Devata, that is called to be the highest preferred language. But when we do prayers, the Lord will understand because He is unlimited. So He can understand when He Himself is unlimited. And who created this language? We created this language with our mere intelligence. So the Lord is the whole potency of everything, so he will obviously understand in any language when we pray. Why Sanskrit? Because it is the Devata language, we pray in that. And now we do have different kirtans. We have Bengali kirtan, we have Telugu kirtans, we have English kirtans. There's so many kirtans also. So yeah, hope I answered your question. Yeah, where is Mayapur? Yeah, Mayapur is in Calcutta, in West Bengal. It is in Navadvip. In Navadvip, am I right? It's in Navadvip, it's in Calcutta, it's in West Bengal. So you can just type Mayapur, you will have so many pics and everything will be there. So it is a place where it's very, very, very special place for all the devotees. Very special place. Like it's Vrindavan, Mayapur are very, very special places in devotees' heart. You know, they crave
Why
every year to go to
Mayapur
that
so
place for
special,
yatra.
Mataji?
Why Mayapur is so special? Because why Vrindavan is so special?
Because it's Krishna's Dham.
Leela
Krishna's
happened.
Dham. Krishna performed Leelas there. Mayapur is so special because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed all the Leelas there. Hope I answered your question, Kiranmai Mataji. Now, if I go on board, sometime the story will be running in my mind. I would love to experience it once, Mataji. So true. Yeah, Krishna devotees are really like that, you know. If we have to tell there's something happening, all of the sudden the rain comes and the clouds have become dark. When we go out, we will remember Govardhan Leela. Okay, Indra is giving so much rains, and where is Krishna? I think right now in Bangalore there is so much rain, and you know everything is flooded off there. So like Indradev is there, and where is Krishna? Yeah, every Leela that connects devotees a lot. And when we are in this material world, when we are able to do that, I think that will be most dearest to Krishna. When we are able to connect ourselves to the Leelas the Lord has performed in this material world, I think that would be best and we will experience the highest happiness. Yeah. So hope you keep remembering this. And when you remember this, it'll be in your mind forever and ever and ever. Because when you know, I always tell this to all the leaders, all the girls, when you hear any leela, please do not just hear it with your ears and see it with your eyes. Just close off your eyes, just take it into your heart, so that it will never come out of your heart. When you really, when you know, when I am telling the leela, like when I was telling, okay, Srimati Rajrani, the boatsman, I am like just imagining, okay, there's some river, there is some boat, and Srimati Radharani. I might not know their faces, but I will just imagine, okay, Srimati Radharani is wearing some blue colored dress, and Krishna is in some yellow color pitambara like a boatsman. And now they're entering. So when you're here into the past time, and when you're into the past time thinking, okay, the boat is sailing, I'm also sitting in the boat, and now Krishna is asking for the butter and all, forever that Leela will be there in your mind. So I always suggest this, like when you're hearing to the Leelas of Krishna, hear it so very attentively. Beyond even attentiveness, it is that you imagining yourself being there. You will never forget that Leela, girls. You will forever remember that
I was literally imagining that, Mataji.
Leela. It's beautiful. When we imagine, we will never forget it actually. Thank you, Hina Mataji. Okay. Okay, there's a question. All the days that we chanted with offenses, so all the chanting will go in vain? No. See, that is what we learned in one of the offenses, telling, thinking that whatever we chant is actually going in vain is also one of the offense. We learned that right now. So no, when we chant, it is not going in vain. We are getting purified. We are getting more and more purified. Our soul is getting purified. Our body is getting purified. We are getting more closer to Krishna. So when we chant, we are leaving away our karmic bandhan, the bondages, the clutches of karmic, uh, uh, the aparadhas that we have done. So no, like when you didn't know the offenses and you chanted, and even after when we are in the practice of chanting, sometimes the offenses happen. But one thing is that Krishna is so merciful. We can always ask and beg for the forgiveness from Krishna, but never our chanting goes in vain. Even if we have chanted it sinfully, I can give you an example. If you just do some sin today, which is not supposed to be done, and think, okay, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is there, will protect me. Doing that is a mistake. But when you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra with this offenses that you have done, knowingly or unknowingly, that doesn't become a very big offense. And never Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting will go in vain. When you're still doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra with offenses, Krishna will give you much more intelligence and knowledge that you will not do such offenses while chanting through his devotees. Yeah, we will become Ambanis with spiritual wealth when we have Krishna. Hare Krishna, thank you for your wonderful session. Thank you, Maji. Hare Krishna, Maji, I want to ask, can we chant holy name of Krishna by sleeping in all activities which do in our daily lives? Yes. See, girls, like you might have 4 or 5 rounds. Initially, as I told, this will really come with practice. It is impossible to get it in 1 day, 2 days, or 1 year or 2 years. It will take years of time to get it into a right practice. So sometimes you might think that, okay, today, like I have to complete 16 rounds, but until now I only did 12 rounds. But my back is hurting so very badly that I cannot sit and chant right now. You can sleep on your bed and still chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. As I told, the circumstances, place never matter to remember Krishna. But we might be chanting it with mistakes. But remember, there is a slogan in English which tells, it's never than better. Or there's some slogan that tells,
It's
Better
better than
late
never.
than never.
late than never. Yeah, it's better you do and sleep than not at all do it. You might think, okay, I'm tired now, if I chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra it will be offensive on the bed. No, it's better that without chanting, it's why should you even sleep without completing your target? You have to go to your bed after completing the number of rounds that you have done. So it's like,
Mataji, what about when we are in our menses? What about that?
we can still chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay. We using the same beads or
Yeah, we can use the same beats and chant. Yeah, at your home, if they're not allowing, then I recommend there's a clicker app if they're not allowing at home. But if there is no restrictions at our home, you can use the same bag and beats and chant.
thank you, Mataji.
So when you're really tired, it's better it's okay, even you can still sleep on bed, complete your rounds. It's that in spite of not at all doing it, at least completing your rounds with offenses or without offenses, let us keep it secondary. Completing our rounds will get us closer to Krishna. Yeah, there is some controversial question here. I will not be reading it outside about some Maharaj out of his con. I will not tell the name, but we cannot follow that Kiranmai Mataji, that Maharaj. Monica Priyadarshini, Hare Krishna, thank you for wonderful session. Hare Krishna Maji, Gopis of Vrindavan love Krishna Morris. They also any members of Golok Dham. Yeah, they're all the part in part, they come with the Lord to assist the Lord in all the Leelas. Hare Krishna Maji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Maji, for the beautiful pastimes of the Lord and Mahaprabhu. I want to hear the pastime for such a long time from you. I am in love with your narration. The way you are conveying the pastimes of the Lord are best, Maji. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vardhini Maji, same Maji. I also imagine like that. Whatever stories I heard. Yeah, we have to imagine so that we will never forget. Thank you, Bhavani Maji. Some kind of seva, do them it's correct or not, can we ask without doing anything to him in return. So as it is told, yeah, there's a question here, but it's like, Mataji, we go pray in front of Krishna telling that, you give me this, I'll do this for you. You give me something, I'll do a 108 parikrama for you. You do that, I will do this. So as we learned, what are we doing when we do that? In Gita Sandesh? What are we doing? We are doing business with the Lord. We have become very big business mind. We will go and do direct business with the Lord only. You give me this, I'll give you that. So it is not actually prema bhakti. It is actually
Business bhakti.
only seeking, taking and seeking. So that doesn't even come under bhakti. So when we have done such things in previous times when we didn't know, now we can stop doing such things. And if we have any mokus like alanti vemanunte, that is, if you give me this, I will do that. And any pending is there, you can do that and complete it off. And never do it in the future. Radharani's pastime and about Vrindavan Dham, I get tears in my eyes. Why, Maji? It happen every time when I listen and imagine about Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Krishna is there in your heart, Shivani. You know, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as he hears about the pastimes of uh, Krishna and Srimati Radharani, he becomes so ecstatic. He starts crying, he starts dancing, he starts doing kirtan. So, you know, we should thank the Lord for giving us that nice heart to even have tears in our eyes when we even remember the Lord. So, you know, that love that you have for the Lord, I pray to the Lord that you continue to love and serve the Lord with Lord and more in faith and devotion. Hi Krishna Maji, I have a doubt. I tried to chant my rounds within 12, but sometimes due to some work I couldn't, but I'll complete it after 12 at night. Is it okay? Yeah, you can complete it after 12 at the night, but you have to count those rounds to be your prior day rounds, not that day rounds. For example, today night 12 o'clock, I still have one round. After 12, I'm chanting, but I cannot count that round to be the next day's round. I have to count it as today's round, and tomorrow's round, you have to again start fresh. Hope I answered your question. Thank you for this wonderful text session, beautiful session. Thank you, thank you. Maji, how we look when we go to Vaikunta? Do we look like the same person as we look in our last birth? No, Nishita Mataji. This, you know, this is just the look which is we have got in this material body. Just imagine in this material body only we have blushes, we have nice cheeks, nice face. Just think in this material world where it is Dukkalayam, which is Ashashvatam, here we are looking this beautiful. How beautiful we will look in Vaikuntha Dham. So it's not the same we look there. Thank you so much, Lakshmi Kumari Maji. Hare Krishna Maji, still I don't get number. Okay, yeah. Some of you were questioning me about your numbers. Whoever has not got your numbers, girls, we will work it out with it, and by next week we will try getting the numbers. Okay? I will ask your leaders to get back to you for the numbers. Okay, so thank you so much, girls, and I'm so sorry for taking your extra time, but it was so nice to spend all of the time with you, having the beautiful pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. And this Friday, it is going to be Ekadashi, a very, very special day. So that day, as I've been promising from Gita Sandesh, telling, I will tell why do we follow Ekadashi, I will tell the pastime of Ekadashi. This Friday, we will discuss why should we do Ekadashi and what is the glories of Ekadashi. We will learn in this Ekadashi, okay, on Friday. So thank you so much, girls. See you all on Friday sessions. Before that, there is something not happening in the morning. What is that?
Chanting sessions.
Chanting
Japa
sessions, japa sessions. Why were they cancelled? Or why they were stopped?
Because many people are not attending, Mataji.
Yeah, the attendance completely came down. So now you all tell me, how many of you want the japa sessions back? Very few. Others unable to get up, sleeping. Okay. So accordingly, I will discuss with the leaders and we will start re-hosting the Mangalarti mostly from Friday since it's Ekadashi. We will start our Mangalarti sessions again from Friday and hope to see all of you in the morning japa sessions from Friday. Okay.
Mataji, what about Rama and Mataji?
Yeah, now my health is good. I will turn back. I will also join in at 6:15 and give the class. Okay. Like last
Okay,
week,
Mataji.
like when the japa sessions were happening, I wasn't well and I was not able to join in. Things didn't go good. But now Krishna's mercy, all the devotees' mercy, I'm doing good. So I will rejoin 6:15 to 6:30. We will have Ramachandra's pastimes. I will be so ecstatic when it comes to Ramachandra's pastime. Nobody will have to ask me. I can sit and just have nice time talking about Lord Ramachandra and his pastimes. Yeah. Thank you so much, girls. See you all on Friday. Have a happy Krishna conscious week until we meet back. And God night, girls. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpataruvayasya
Hare Krishna Mata.
कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी सुदर्शन ठाकुर की जय गौरताई की जय Hare Krishna, girls. Good night.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Mata.
Mataji.
Finally,
Good
at least
night.
last 1
Hare
minute,
Krishna
I'll be
Mata.
happy to see your faces. All the videos off. I only look at my face when I'm giving class. So nice. Thank you so much. Good night. Now, good night. You all can have a good night's sleep.
Good night.
Good
God
night.
night.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Good night.
God night.